Hi and welcome back to the channel. I've just had a very interesting how do I put it? I've had a very interesting day. But anyways, it's a weird way of starting my videos, but as I was saying, I was on X not so long ago, and I'm literally seeing the meltdown about Chelsea's new manager Enzo Maresca, and I'm just asking myself, what is going on here? Like, why is everyone so upset, you know? But then to my surprise, people are upset because of the way Raheem Sterling and Ben Chilwell are being treated badly. Like, honestly, I mean, Raheem Sterling, right? He basically, when was it? Was it on Sunday when City played Chelsea? Raheem Sterling was not part of the travelling or the matchday squad, right? So Raheem Sterling went with his, I don't know, his PR team, and they thought it was a good idea to basically put out a statement, basically expressing how much they feel hurt and disappointed that Raheem is being treated this way. They even indicate in the statement that Raheem Sterling even made sure that this time around, when it came to pre-season, he should come back earlier than expected. Apparently he came back about I don't know if it's about a week or two before he was expected to come back for pre-season with Chelsea. And now they're basically baffled at the fact that Chelsea are saying, or rather Chelsea are treating him so badly, and they want to get rid of him. Now, all of this is funny because Enzo Maresca had a press conference the other day. I was watching it earlier on today. He had a press conference the other day, right? And in that press conference, he made it very clear that he spoke to Raheem Sterling on Friday, apparently. Remember, the City and Chelsea game was played on Sunday, right? So now, Raheem was apparently told 2 days before that game that, look, Raheem, let's have one-on-one sit down talks with the manager, the new manager, of course, Enzo Maresca. And then after having those talks, or rather during those talks, it was apparently made clear to Raheem Sterling that, look, bruh, you're surplus to requirements. Now, I'm not saying it's a good thing that he's being treated the way he's being treated, but guys, come on now. This is professional football. These guys get paid hundreds of thousands of pounds every single week, right? And another thing which people need to understand is that in as much as us as fans may not like it, football is a business. I mean, Chelsea, take Chelsea for example, right? They are the biggest example that football is a business, because what they're doing with Todd Bowley is just ridiculous. They've got about apparently they've got a squad of 45 players. 45 players for Chelsea. Now, in those 45 players, Enzo Maresca came out and said in his press conference that, look guys, it's not just Raheem Sterling who's not part of the squad. Apparently Ben Chilwell also had a meeting. He was told, look, you're not part of my plans or my future plans. You're not part of my squad. I don't want you here. Now, like I said, it's cold, but guess what? It's the cold truth. It's the cold truth. Now, the part which I liked about Enzo Maresca's press conference, right, is the part where he said, because apparently Raheem had stated in his statement that, he still has 3 years left on his contract, so he thought he was planning for the future with Chelsea for at least the next 3 years. Now, what's his name? Maresca basically came out in his press conference and says, look, I don't care, and this is my favorite part. He says, I don't care if a player has 20 years left on his contract. I mean, he was just being facetious, but we all know Chelsea give these players about 7-year contracts, 8-year contracts, 9-year contracts. So he's saying, I don't give a damn if a player has got 20 years left on his contract. If he wants to get minutes, you better leave the club. That's the simple truth, guys. He's saying, look, you're not part of my plan, so if you want minutes, leave the club. It's as simple as that. And if you're not going to leave, then guess what? you're gonna go train by yourself, or you're gonna go train with the kids, the under 21s. That's what they did. That's exactly what they did to Trevor Chalobah, who again is another youth product. So what Chelsea were trying to do this summer, because of FFP and PSR, they were trying to get rid, or rather sell, most of their youth products, basically, like the likes of Conor Gallagher, the likes of Trevor Chalobah. Obviously the Gallagher one has gone through his Atleti, and oh my god, that announcement video, oh man, that guy failed upwards, eh? What he's basically done is he's managed to secure Champions League football for himself. He's going to be playing in a nice country where the weather's not shitty like England. I mean, excuse me if you're England, but from what I see, the players, most foreign players complain about the weather in England. He's going to be playing in a place where he's got sun, he's got long winter breaks. In December, when the Premier League is then busy and everything, La Liga, I believe they take a bit of a break. He fell upwards. He got the number 4 shirt. I'm not sure who wore it prior to him at Atleti, but he's now got the number 4 shirt. What else? Basically, he fell upwards. But anyways, back to what I was talking about, right? Chelsea's plan this summer has been to sell the academy products because they're 100% profit. So the likes of Conor Gallagher, Trevor Chalobah, who else are they trying to get rid of this summer? They've already got rid of Gallagher. They're trying to sell Chalobah. Who else are they trying to get rid of? Sterling is obviously not a Chelsea youth academy product, right? However, they did sign him from City, so they're also trying to get rid of him because apparently he's one of the highest paid players. Now, the part which I don't get from Raheem Sterling, right, is I hear it. You want to be, or rather, when you signed for Chelsea, you thought you'd be part of the long-term future. But let's be honest here. How old is Raheem Sterling? Is he not knocking on 30? I mean, is he like, what, 28, 29? Is he even 30? I'm not sure. But I'm quite sure he's one of the highest paid players at the club because he came from City. So I'd like to think they would have offered him a much, much bigger salary. So for what they paid for him, I believe they paid about, I don't know, about 45, 50 million pounds to Man City to get him. So if you're going to pay that much money on a player and he doesn't deliver, I don't begrudge Chelsea for wanting to sell him. So he's just out here complaining about nothing, really, if you ask me. Because Chelsea are saying, it's fine, you need to leave. You're not part of our plans. And if you don't want to leave, guess what? You're going to train by yourself. Now, this is where I get involved, right? I feel Man United need to apply the same pressure on the players that we're trying to get rid of. I know it's not nice, but guess what? It's a dog-eat-dog world, guys. This is, like I said, it's professional football. These guys get paid hundreds of thousands of pounds per week. And yes, that doesn't mean you must treat them like trash. But guess what? You need to be ruthless. And this is what I feel the Chelsea board and Enzo Maresca are being right now. Because if you're telling players who are literally from your youth academy to say, bro, if you're not trying to leave, if you don't leave, you're not part of a play, you won't play. You won't even train with the kids. You train by yourself. Because Maresca in his press conferences said there's about, out of the 45 players that are there in the squad, they only took about 27 through the preseason. I'm not sure where Chelsea had the preseason, but basically in the preseason he only took 27 players, and the rest were made to train by themselves, including the likes of Chalobah and them. And he's now saying, right now as he speaks, he's got about 21 players that he's working with out of the 45. So that means about 24 players are supposed to leave Chelsea, and Chelsea plan of getting rid of all of them by the time the window ends. Some will be loans with obligations to buy, some will just be loans, others will just be sold because there's no plans for them. The players like people like Raheem Sterling. Now, my thing was, I basically, the way in which Enzo Maresca conducted himself in that press conference yesterday, it left me impressed. When the guy is saying, I don't care how long you've got, you're not part of my plans. And I saw some United fans trying to compare to Ten Hag. Oh, if Ten Hag had said this, people, they'd be uproar. It's not the same. What Ten Hag did with Sancho is he came out and basically criticized him in public to say that he's not training well. What Maresca did is totally different. He came out and said that Raheem Sterling, his profile, is not the type of profile he likes when it comes to a winger. Now, if Ten Hag had said that about Sancho, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I'd be like, you know what, he's being honest. But instead, I'd like to believe Ten Hag used last season's pre-season tour. He used Jadon Sancho as a false nine, and I'd like to believe that there was a conversation between Ten Hag and Sancho to say, look, bruh, you're part of my plans. I'm gonna use you. However, as soon as the season started, Ten Hag went back on his word. That's what I think. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying that's what I think happened. So you don't have to take my word for it. But to try and now link the Ten Hag and Sancho situation with the Sterling and Maresca situation is totally nonsense, according to me at least, because those two situations are different. But anyways, I just thought I should come out and do a quick video and react to the uproar online of, oh no, Chelsea are disgusting, why are they treating their players like rubbish, all this, that nonsense. Chelsea are doing what they need to do. They're being ruthless, and I need Man United to be ruthless. If you want to get rid of the likes of flipping what's his name, Victor Lindelof, Scott McTominay, all this deadwood, tell them you're not part of my plans. You're not going to train with the team. You're not even going to try. You see the way they treated Jadon Sancho, right? When they made him train with the kids. Tell them you're not going to do that. You will train by yourself away from Carrington. We want nothing to do with you. You're for sale. If you don't want to leave, it's fine. Go run down your contract away by yourself. Trust me, no professional player wants to go through that. They will eventually cave and find a club for themselves, and they will leave the club. Because as far as I'm concerned, Ineos have had a very good first transfer window. However, they could do better. We still need to get rid of the likes of McTominay. We need to get rid of Lindelof. Some would argue the likes of Eriksen needs to go. Maybe even Anthony Dos Santos, he needs to go. Some might say Sancho. I hear it. But basically what I'm trying to say is there's still a lot of work to be done in this transfer window in order for it to be a success. So I'm at a point where I just feel like United need to take the Chelsea approach and be a bit more ruthless with these players, and only then we will be able to raise funds, because we know we're supposed to raise funds in order to get more players, you know. But anyways, like I said, I just thought I should quickly do a reaction to the whole uproar on Enzo Maresca and Chelsea's treatment of the players, man. I genuinely think it is what it is. It's a dog-eat-dog world, like I said. And but anyways, those are my thoughts. Let me know if you disagree. Do you think Chelsea are being too harsh? Do you think I'm wrong for treating academy players, or for wanting United to apply the same principle, the same approach? Let me know what you think. Yeah, let me know in the comment section. And if you haven't already, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.